On this episode of the Spirit Stories, we are investigating several locations on the Big Island of Hawaii, including Mackenzie State Park, said to be the most haunted location on the Big Island. When I was a very young child, I realized I could feel, hear, and see things that others could not. Paranormal phenomena is occurring all around us as spirits are interacting with us in our human realm. My name is Kalina Alo Adams, and I am an intuitive medium. My quest is to bring an understanding for myself and for others as to what it is that spirits are trying to communicate to us. Join me as I interact with spirit and gather information so that I can share with you the spirit stories. Mackenzie State Park, located on the Big Island of Hawaii, is a remote 13-acre property named after Albert J. Mackenzie, a dedicated forest ranger who planted many of the plentiful ironwood trees. Mackenzie State Park was built by prison convicts in the late 1850s during the height of the sugar plantation era. Working under unforgiving conditions, many of the workers died from outbreaks of diseases, the hot, humid climate, and the unsanitary drinking water. There are no records of where, but presumably the bodies are buried somewhere within the park. We are here on Big Island, and we are on the Hilo side of Big Island in the city of Kapoho, staying on the beach. The tide pools are right behind me, and just down the street is Mackenzie State Park, which is the most haunted park in all of Hawaii. We are at the entrance of Mackenzie State Park. We're walking down to the main pavilion. There's supposed to be a lava tube right by it, so we're going to go see if we can find where that is. And probably do a spirit box session, ovilus session, see if we can catch any spirit voices. So let's go. I'm learning how to do this. Pretty soon I'm going to be making some of this here. I love this. We're here at Mackenzie State Park, and I'm talking with Tom. Tom is here almost every day, and I would like him to share some of his experiences with spirit.
Oh boy, what do I say? I'm usually out over here on the water, close to the water. At night, you can hear like whispering. I can't make out what it's saying, but it's more than just wind blowing through the trees.
Right.
And I feel overly, I feel welcome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm at peace with it all.
That's good.
Sometimes there's a little surprises, like I'll hear ocean, I'll hear, whale song, they sound like somebody sliding down a metal pole.
Right.
Real, like,
right.
And particularly off of here, because they're so close. You go out 75 yards and drop to 200, 300 feet in some areas. So the whales, they can almost reach out and touch them.
Oh, wow.
So they just feel, it's like, they're at peace with everything here.
Are they?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like there's not a peaceful energy around?
Yeah, well, Chuck takes care of that part.
Chuck's your dog.
Chuck's my dog. He takes care of that part.
Good.
Because some things happen down here that aren't too pleasant.
Right.
To somebody.
The history of the place, yes.
Right.
In 1980, a young couple was camping in the park when they were attacked and severely beaten outside their tent during the night. The man was killed, and the woman was critically injured. In 1993, a 16-year-old girl was kidnapped and raped by 3 men. After beating her unconscious, they disposed of her body over the cliffs in the park. The men were arrested, but her body was never found. In 2008, while Miramax was filming The Tempest, starring Helen Mirren, the film crew discovered Chris Randrop's body, a well-known local surfer, at the bottom of the sea cliffs. I know a lot of locals never come down here at night.
No, they won't. Which makes it good for me because I'm at peace with everything. So I mean, so far.
Right.
So I don't worry about too much about that. But the locals, they don't want to come down here much.
Right.
Because this is part of the King's Trail.
Yes.
Ancient Hawaiians used to go through here, and you know, something you got to respect.
Have you heard of the night marchers that walk down that trail, King's Trail?
I've heard of never a term like that, but I've also felt those up in Waimea.
The night marchers.
Yeah, that's what when I heard them. I used to tend bar at the Parker Ranch Broil up in the 80s and 90s, and at nights when bars close down, music stops and everything, you can feel them, feel something. You can feel sometimes chill to the bone.
Right.
You know, it's like sometimes I feel like something just walked right through you.
Yeah. According to Hawaiian legend, night marchers are phantoms of ancient warriors. They are mostly seen at night. You must try to avoid their path, but if encountered, you are to bow down and avoid looking at them.
Take it over there, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah, over by those picnic tables.
Yeah, you see those? Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's high energy, you know. If there's anything to space people coming around, that's a port to me, as far as I can tell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They just feel it. I mean, at least I can, you know. So does my dog. He senses that.
Well, you being here every day, the energy is used to you, you're used to it. So you can probably feel the changes, the energy shifts. Yes.
At times, yeah. I pick up in the park, you know. I mean, I pick up bottle caps, cigarette butts, about 3 days out of the week, you know. At least saying thank you to the park, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So do you believe that some of the spirit energy here are the convicts that they say came back in the 1800s and helped clear the trees and the rocks out of here? I know they said that a lot of them, the history of the place is that they brought them in to help clear this out to make the park, and a lot of them, they would succumb to the heat, the climate, and the water.
Mm-hmm.
The water wasn't very good, so they were buried here. They don't know where they were buried, but they just buried them within the park, and they say that they walk through, they wander the park.
I couldn't, I would never doubt it from what I've experienced. Did you know that Kamehameha used to bury his enemies standing up so they would never get rest?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they could never get rest.
Boy.
I mean, that man was one bad dude.
The things they do.
Yeah.
I know. Crazy. Buried them standing up so they couldn't rest.
Yeah.
So then maybe they
That's
are wandering around not at peace.
Well, if they're not at peace, I seldom would feel that. You know,
So you feel peaceful here.
I feel peaceful here.
That's great. I've heard so many other to the contrary of what you're saying.
Well, it's a reputation here.
Right.
That, you know, a Hawaiian lure is very powerful. Part of the culture in Hawaii.
I believe you.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yes,
Feeling
it does.
this stuff?
Yes, it does. All right. Well, thank you very much for talking with us.
Sure.
And enjoy your day.
You too.
Like a big sink hole. It fell in. to all the trees, this collapsed in. That's why they say you could fall in here. I am right on a cliff edge that could break off and fall in.
Yes, you are.
You hear that over there? Is someone here with us? Under? Are you under? Are you in the lava tube? Chair? How many people am I talking to right now? 1, 2, 3. More than 3? Less than 3? Someone screaming? Is that scream? I've heard that people have been killed here and thrown into the ocean. Or that people have accidentally been pulled from the cliffs by the big waves. Fishermen out fishing on the cliffs and the waves come and take them out. Are you a fisherman? There are many reports of drowning accidents at this park. Most victims are swept away by large waves during high surf periods. The crashing waves can rise 30 to 40 feet above the cliffs, washing unprepared victims into the ocean. Bodies are rarely recovered in these treacherous waters. Okay, I think we'll go walk down a little farther and see if we can find some other lava tubes. That's supposed to be a few more entrances. There's somewhere we're supposed to be able to walk through, so I want to go find that. I am very cautious when I am close to the cliff edges, knowing how unpredictable the ocean can be. I have learned to be respectful and to never turn my back to the ocean. The first 2 nights that we stayed here, we sat outside on our lanai, the patio, and overlooked the ocean. And it was pitch black because of the new moon, so there was no moonlight. And out on the horizon, we kept seeing these balls of light that would just illuminate and then stay, and then they would disappear. There were 2 specific locations that we were seeing them, and kind of one in the middle where you'd see one low and a couple up higher. And they kept just kind of lighting up, and then they would disappear. We could sit and watch them for hours, and they never moved. The interesting fact is there are no lighthouses out here that you would think would have blinking lights, and I believe that it's debunked as being fishing boats because they did not move from their place. The fishing boats here do not anchor off and stay all night. They troll up and down along the coast if they're going to be fishing at night, but along here most fishing boats come during the day. So I believe that's debunked as it was fishing boats. We want to look into what lights, the illuminating lights over the ocean are. They've been seen a lot around this area at different locations across the island. After doing some online research, it seems that orbs of light are an increasing phenomenon. Many government sites and UFO researchers have received thousands of reports of bright lights and glowing orange balls in the night sky over the years with no apparent explanation. Maybe eyeballs. In here. I'm going to put my ghost radar on because I can't really breathe right here and there's someone wants to say something. Someone in here. Is there a spirit or spirits who reside here? Are there watchers? Night marchers? I can feel your presence here, so would you like to communicate with me in the human dimension? Tell me your story. Okay. Hello. Just went yellow. You're just checking out why we're here. And why are you in this area? It's really quiet. Interesting, they don't want to speak. Okay, well, we honor your presence here and alohas. We're sitting on Red Road, Big Island, Hawaii, on a pull-off in between Kapoho and Kalapana, and I just feel like I wanted to stop and do a spirit box Ovilus session, see if there's anyone who wants to speak with us.
Story.
Personal story.
Rapid.
Rapid. This place is very peaceful. Mer? Yeah, the Mer people I have seen here before. 2010, 2011, I saw them swimming in the ocean. Do they come here?
Always. Eat.
They come here to eat? What do they eat?
Sand.
Sand? How many come here? There's a lot of shrines to people here as well. So it feels very sacred to us. What? Say that again? Who are the shrines to? Stories. Have people thrown their ashes off of here? Off the cliff here? Wow. Are you a spirit of a human? Paranormal?
Metal.
Metal? So ashes in a metal shrine here. Are there spirits who stay here and guard this area? What? Are you in the water? Do they guard in the water? Oh, there was something in the water right there. Spirits of the water or spirits of the land? Or both?
Holiday.
Holiday? I'm gonna learn how to hear these. There's dolphins or whales out there. I just saw fins. Fish, yes. I saw fins right out there. Yesterday we swam with the dolphins over on the Kona side, and so there's a lot of dolphin energy out in the ocean this time of year. Even though Hurricane Hilda, you can see out on the water where the big storms are moving in. Oh, you see that one? Oh!
I got that one.
So we're gonna do another Ovilus session. We just watched the dolphins playing in the waves out here.
Dictionary mode.
Dictionary mode. Hello. I'm watching the dolphins off this point. Sent? Were they sent here as a message? Dolphins are an amazing Aumakua, which are a spirit totem, spirit animal. Thank you for the dolphins. That was an amazing message. Kalani?
Holiday.
Wow, interesting. Is this dolphin energy I'm speaking with?
Wait.
What's your favorite?
Human.
Human?
Story.
A human story about a human.
Country.
Country. What country?
Saturn.
Truck.
Invest.
What town are you from?
I
You're from Hawaii? So you're a native of Big Island of Hawaii.
Alright.
Eat. The dolphins are eating. They're feeding. So you're watching this? Do you see those babies? If you are thinking about a vacation to the Big Island of Hawaii, Mackenzie State Park and the surrounding areas are definitely worth a visit. There are so many recreation opportunities, including ghost hunting and UFO sightings. I can guarantee that, like myself, you will not be disappointed.